Tissues of the body. Body organs are made of four main tissues. Epithelial tissue may be simple epithelium formed of one layer of cells. Stratified epithelium formed of several layers. Glandular epithelium possesses secretory activity. Neuroepithelium is specialized for perception of stimuli. Myoepithelium possesses contractile activity. Connective tissue consists of cells, fibers, and matrix, classified according to the nature of the matrix into general connective tissue, which may be loose or dense, and special connective tissue, which includes cartilage with rigid matrix, bone with calcified matrix, blood with fluid matrix, and hemopoietic tissues. Muscular tissue is formed of three types of muscles: striated voluntary skeletal muscle, striated non-voluntary cardiac muscle, non-striated non-voluntary smooth muscles. Nervous tissue is formed of neurons, which are composed of nerve cells and nerve fibers. There is also supporting cells called neuroglial cells and nerve endings. Examples of types of epithelial tissue. Simple epithelium, formed of one layer of cells, classified according to the shape of the cells. Simple squamous epithelium, a single layer of flattened cells. An example, epithelial lining Bowman's capsule in the kidney. Simple cubical epithelium, a single layer of cubical cells. An example, epithelial lining thyroid follicles in thyroid gland. Simple columnar epithelium, a single layer of columnar cells. An example, epithelial lining the gallbladder. Stratified epithelium, on the other hand, is formed of several layers, classified according to the shape of the top layer. Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, formed of several layers with flattened top layer covered with keratin. An example, the epithelium of the skin. Stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, formed of several layers of cells with flattened top layer, not covered by keratin. An example, the epithelium lining the esophagus. Transitional epithelium, formed of several layers of cells with broad, rounded, maybe binucleated top layer. An example, the epithelial lining the ureter. Glandular epithelium is concerned with secretion and is classified according to branching of the ducts and the shape of the secretory part. Simple, having one duct and one secretory part, which may be simple tubular, simple alveolar, or simple tubulo-alveolar. Simple branched glands, which have one duct and several secretory parts, which may be simple branched tubular, simple branched alveolar, or simple branched tubulo-alveolar. Compound glands, which have several ducts and several secretory parts, which may be compound tubular, compound alveolar, or compound tubulo-alveolar. An example, the pancreas. Neuroepithelium is concerned with perception of external stimuli. An example, taste buds present in the papillae of the tongue. Slides of examples of epithelial tissue. Simple epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium, an example, Bowman's capsule. Simple cubical epithelium, an example, thyroid gland follicles. Simple columnar epithelium, an example, gallbladder. Stratified epithelium. Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, an example, skin. Stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, an example, esophagus. Transitional epithelium, an example, ureter. Glandular and neuroepithelium. Glandular epithelium, an example, pancreas. Neuroepithelium, an example, taste buds. Simple epithelium formed of one layer of cells. It is classified into several types according to the shape of the cells. Simple squamous epithelium, single layer of flattened cells lining the Bowman's capsule in the kidney. Simple cubical epithelium, single layer of cubical cells lining the thyroid follicles in thyroid gland. Simple columnar epithelium, a single layer of columnar cells lining the gallbladder. Simple squamous epithelium, one layer of flat cells with flattened nuclei lining the Bowman's capsule in the kidney. Simple cubical epithelium, one layer of cubical cells with central rounded nuclei lining the thyroid follicles in thyroid gland. Simple columnar epithelium, one layer of columnar cells with basal oval nuclei lining the gallbladder. Stratified epithelium formed of several layers of cells, classified according to the shape of the top layer. Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium formed of several layers of cells with flattened top layer covered by keratin, an example, the epithelium of the skin. Stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium is similar to keratinized type, but with the absence of the keratin layer, that is to say, formed of several layers of cells with flattened top layer not covered by keratin, an example, the epithelial lining, the esophagus. Transitional epithelium, on the other hand, is also formed of several layers, but the top layer is large, broad, rounded cells may be binucleated with convex free surfaces, an example, the epithelial lining, the ureter. Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, formed of several layers of cells resting on clear wavy basement membrane. The basal cells are columnar with basal oval nuclei. The intermediate cells are polyhedral with central round nuclei, and the superficial cells are flat with flattened nuclei covered by keratin, a horny layer, as present in the skin. Stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, similar to stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, but with the absence of the horny layer. It is formed of several layers of cells resting on clear wavy basement membrane. The basal cells are columnar with basal oval nuclei. The intermediate cells are polyhedral with central round nuclei, and the superficial cells are flat with flattened nuclei, but there is no horny layer, as in the case of esophagus. Transitional epithelium formed of several layers of cells resting on indistinct basement membrane. The basal cells are short columnar with basal oval nuclei. The intermediate cells are polyhedral with central round nuclei, and the superficial cells are large with convex free surface and may be binucleated, as present in the ureter. Glandular epithelium, concerned with secretion. An example, the pancreas. Neuroepithelium, concerned with perception of stimuli. An example, taste buds in the tongue. Glandular epithelium is concerned with secretion. An example, the pancreas. It is a mixed gland, both exocrine and endocrine. The exocrine acini appear dark blue peripherally and lightly acidophilic centrally, lined by pyramidal cells with basal rounded nuclei, and the endocrine part is formed of islets of Langerhans, which appear as scattered large pale areas. Neuroepithelium is concerned with perception of external stimuli, formed of sensory cells, neuroepithelial cells provided with hairs on the free surface, and sensory nerves surrounding their bases, together with supporting cells and basal cells for renewal. An example of neuroepithelium is taste buds scattered on the surface of the tongue among the stratified squamous epithelium covering the tongue papillae.